In this example, we're asked to evaluate the following a limit using a graphing calculator. We'll sketch a picture and then evaluate the limit. Our limit here is as x approaches 0 of the sine of x over x. To use a graphing calculator, what we're going to want to do is first type this in to y sub 1. If we type this into y sub 1, we have the sine of x divided by x. Take a moment to pause the video and type that into your graphing calculator. We also want to check our mode. So if I hit mode, I want to make sure that I'm in radian mode. If you're not in radian mode, just go back and select radian by hitting enter when your cursor is over radians. I'm going to go ahead and graph this, and I'm going to hit zoom 6 to graph this one. So you can see here, this is the shape of the graph, and we're specifically wondering what is the limit as x approaches 0. To see that a little bit better, I think I'm going to zoom in. So I'll hit the zoom key, and then number 2 is zoom in. I'd like to zoom in on the part of the graph that's right here, so I'll hit enter. You can see now we have a better picture of what's occurring when x approaches 0 with this function. Hit the trace key, which is right above your cursor pad, and you'll be able to trace left and right along the function. Specifically, you can look for the y value, which is over here to the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Right now it's at 0.96, now it's at 0.98, 0.99, and then something happens when x is 0, there is no y value. We know that's the case because we get division by 0 in this function, so there cannot be a corresponding y value when x is 0. But for a limit, we really don't care what exactly is occurring at that x value. We're wondering what we're approaching or getting close to. So if we take a look from the right, the limit looks like it's 0.99 here, 0.996, 0.9999. So we can make an educated guess that perhaps the missing y value here, or the limit as x approaches 0, might be 1. To further investigate this, let's look at our table view. I'm going to hit second window first. I want my table to start at 0, and you might have something like 1 right in here. But we're not really concerned what's happening far away from 0. We're concerned about what's happening when we're very, very close to 0. So I need to make my delta table small. I don't want the values in my table to move very far apart from 0. So you can make it 0.01 or 0.001. You can now hit second graph, and you should see a table here. If I scroll up and down a little bit, I see x values that are a little left of 0 and x values that are a little bit right. Now the function actually doesn't have a value of 1 there, but the graphing calculators run out of room in y sub 1 in the blue column, and it rounds that y sub 1 value up to 1. But that's good for us. We can actually see now that the missing y value, or what we're approaching from the left and the right, happens to be 1. So that's our answer.